In this video, we traveled 2,000 kilometers across Morocco in 14 days. I'll show you what you can really see in that time. We start in Marrakech, where we eat lamb cooked underground and explore the real old city inside the walls. Then we visit Rabat for a quieter side of the country and Casablanca's busy city life. The biggest medina in Fes at night with no tourists. In Meknes, we ride a horse carriage as the city comes alive. We visit the blue city Chefchaouen early in the morning before the crowds. Then we go to a small villages to see real Berber life. After that, we head into the Sahara Desert across the high Atlas Mountains in a snowstorm and return to Marrakech. Finally, we visit Essaouira, a town by the ocean. Let's begin with Marrakech. First, you must get lost in the Medina. A medina is the old part of a Morocco city. It is full of small streets, shops and markets, all inside big walls. As we travel around Morocco, you'll see that some medinas are easy to explore, while others can be more challenging and less safe. So the medina in Marrakech is not too difficult to walk through. The majority of locals make their living here from selling. So it's like a massive shopping center, and the only difference is that you have to bargain. And if you go shopping, you'll need strong negotiation skills. The first price, that's just the opening joke. You smile, they smile, you both pretend to be shocked. And then you find a new price somewhere in the middle.
You make good deals today.
So do not be in a hurry, as the main attraction in Marrakech is the Medina. So Hassan, our local guide, is taking us to one of the alleys to try one of the tastiest lamb that is cooked underground.
Basically, mashoui is a whole roasted lamb in an underground pit or oven. Will be roasted there for several hours with no spices. And when it's ready, they will serve it to you with some cumin and salt aside with a cup of tea. Of course, keep in mind that we serve only lunch. We start from around 12-ish up until 4:30 maximum. And if you want to go there and give it a visit, 1 kilo of that will cost you 260 dirhams. That's for 1 kilo, but of course you can go for less than that. You don't have to eat a whole kilo.
Yama Elfness main square comes alive in the evening.
We have like an area in the middle of the square. It will be actually filled with food stalls. Those food stalls that specialize in serving all what is categorized to be street food. You can find there snail soup or cheap escargot, as some call it, all the way to the different Moroccan dishes that we have. Go for the stalls that have so many locals. So when the sun sets, they will start to serve, and the snake charmers will free the place for storytellers and the music performers. So by night, it's more like a carnival. Very crowded place. People will be here to listen to stories and the music up until the middle of the night.
Okay, let's go.
The term pharmacy is quite common in the Western world, but what do they really sell in the Berber pharmacy?
Welcome, thank you. And the first starts with the Moroccan spices, and this is Ras El Hanout. That is the combination of the 35 spices, in correct Arabic Ras El Hanout. That you want to use for tagine, couscous, lamb, beef. Antiseptic combination, Nigella seeds with peppermint. This is the natural Berber Vicks. Yeah, that you use it for all the problems, respiratory problem like sinuses, cold, high fever. Even for some people, you can snore at night. That's for to stop snoring.
When I visited in late April, the weather was just right. In winter, be prepared for rain. It can be quite cold even though it's Africa. The streets of Casablanca are bustling with real busy life, and it's not a touristy place. It's the country's economic hub. I've explored the Medina and places around Casablanca, and here are the highlights of the city. There is a small local market right in the center. It's a coastal city, so the fish is incredibly fresh and tasty. Visit the Hassan II Mosque, which is accessible to non-Muslims and has one of the tallest minarets in the world.
I need to wash 3 times my hand, after my mouth 3 times, then my nose 3 times, my face 3 times.
Here is the town where you can relax. It's very laid back, if I had one word to describe it. So the Medina here is small and very easy to navigate. So don't miss out on Moroccan donuts and try the street food. Visit the Kasbah of the Udayan and enjoy a coastal walk. Watch fishermen at work and relax in one of the many cafes along the river. If you are into history, visit the unfinished Hassan Tower and the nearby mausoleum of Mohammed V. Start early in the morning and you'll be able to see it all in one day. We are on the way to Meknes. It's a small town where I arrived in the late afternoon and stayed overnight. The Medina here is small and easy to walk around. Visit the mausoleum of Moulay Ismail.
The design he do which by inspiration just by head.
Take a horse garage in the late evening to observe real local life when the tourists are gone. I met the local guy Abdullah and he brought me to the main square to meet the remedy seller from the Sahara who supports his family by selling it all in Meknes.
So he got that from natural from the ostrich. You know what is inside the bones. He get it, and it's good also for maybe yeah, same thing for the back rheumatism. You know that a lot of people use that.
I enjoyed the street food delicacies, lamb head mixed with tongue. It was really delicious. Early in the morning, we are on the way to Volubilis. Volubilis is an ancient Roman city in Morocco, not far from Meknes.
But the main god was Jupiter. It's like when you said Zeus for the Greeks. And here is the sacrificial altar.
It is a place full of old ruins, like broken columns, arches, and walls. You can also see beautiful mosaic on the ground made from small stones. The area is quiet and surrounded by green hills. It's easy to walk around and imagine how people lived there a long time ago. It's a nice place to stretch your legs and walk around, as the area is comfortable walking distance. And at the end, you can enjoy a small local cafe by the exit. Chefchaouen, also known as the Blue City. It's a nice place to stay overnight. I met Abdullah, who invited me into a bakery and showed me how the staple bread is made. It is also a great place to take pictures. Every corner feels like a perfect photo spot. Then walk all the way up the hill and enjoy the panoramic view from the Spanish mosque. In the evening, enjoy dinner in the main square. It's a small, beautiful place where you can explore everything in one day. Which has one of the largest and oldest medina in the world. We visited a place where traditional Moroccan ceramics are made and went behind the scenes at tannery to see what tourists don't usually get to see. We also stepped into a local family's home for a traditional Moroccan meal and experienced how they live. My full fast travel guide is in the description. Before I move on to our next destination, make sure to organize a guide before exploring the Medina in Fez, as it's one of the largest in the world. Even my guide, who grew up here, doesn't know all the alleys, so it's not the safest place to explore on your own. I stayed for 2 nights in Fez, as there is a lot to see and explore.
Olive trees thrive in Morocco, especially around Meknes and Volubilis. The region is known for its rich soil and long tradition of olive oil making. The olives are harvested by hand using sticks. Then they're taken to a local mill where they're washed, ground, and poured into containers. Honestly, I thought I was buying good quality olive oil back home, but after trying this one, I couldn't believe the difference. It's much thicker, greener, and the taste is completely different.
I'm sure you've heard of and maybe even experienced the beauty of Switzerland. We are not going there. Instead, I'm taking you to the Switzerland of Morocco, Ifrane. Ifrane is one of the most unexpected places you'll come across in Morocco. Set high in the Middle Atlas Mountains, it feels completely different from the rest of the country. Clear streets, alpine-style houses, and cool climate year-round, and it's often called the Switzerland of Morocco. And when you arrive, you immediately see why. This isn't a place packed with attractions. You don't come to Ifran to tick off a long list of things to do. You come here to slow down. Not far from town, you'll also got Miklefen, a small ski resort that's popular with locals, especially in winter. Moroccan families come here on weekends to enjoy the snow. This is Morocco. You could be enjoying a warm sunny morning in Marrakech and by the end of the day find yourself in the snow. You'll see people renting wooden sledges right on the roadside, kids playing in the snow. And here you are. If you're up for enjoying a tagine with the snow in the background, you're more than welcome. One thing that really stands out here is the nature. The surrounding cedar forests are home to Berber macaques, and if you drive a bit outside the town, you'll likely see them right along the road. They're well adapted to cold conditions. They grow thick fur in winter, stay close together to keep warm, and build up fat by eating more before the cold season. In winter, when food is limited, they eat things like cedar seeds, roots, bark, and insects. I didn't stay overnight in Ifrane, but it was definitely worth a stop. It's a great place to experience a different climate and enjoy nature, perfect as a stop between bigger cities. My full video of Ifrane is in the description. We are in the Midelt Area, where we are staying in the middle of nowhere. We dropped our luggage, and here we organized a hike through a local village towards the gorge. A little girl grabbed my hand, and I later realized she was asking for a few points. It's something to be aware of. When you give to one, it can sometimes create tension with others. We walked through small villages passed by locals going about their daily lives, and saw a side of Morocco that feels very real and far from the main cities. Let me tell you something. It's rare to see Moroccan people dancing and having fun unless it's wedding or some big event. But in our hotel we pulled a few durams, got a local band to perform, and soon everyone was dancing and having an unforgettable time. Early in the morning, we were ready to hit the road to the Sahara Camp. On the way, we passed by a tunnel that locals believe contains valuable minerals or stones, which is why there is security guard there. We also stopped by a fossil place along the way. This area is famous for its workshops, where local cut and polish stones to reveal fossils.
Natural, as you see, like a rainbow. The color in the sun looks more beautiful, and after that we cut them in half, and by chance we found fossils. By chance, look at the chambers also, look at the color.
Old sea animals turned into stone. They even turned them into tables, sinks, and decorations, which is pretty unique. As we approach the Sahara along the road, there is a place where you can get a Moroccan scarf to prepare yourself for a camel ride. In summer, it can be very hot, and in winter, quite cold. One little camel was crying loudly after being separated from its mother, and later I learned that this is how they train them. Gradually, by keeping the baby camel away from its mother for a certain period each day, so it becomes independent. Here we are approaching Merzouga. Most of the camps are set up right on the edge of the Sahara. As we drove in, you could already see the tents from the road. When we got there, the staff greeted us with Moroccan tea, which was a really nice welcome after a long ride. They took our bags and led us to the tent. The tent had electricity, which surprised me. After settling in, we got ready for the camel ride. Here are our boys. Now, getting on the camel is a bit of a process. When it stands up, it moves forward first, so you really have to hold on tight so you don't slide.
My wife is watching.
Once it's stable though, it's a smooth ride. To get to a nice sunset spot is about a 50 minutes camel ride. It's time to get off the camel. is where you climb up a dune and take in the view. And it's really something once you get there. You have a choice. You can ride a camel or walk over the dunes yourself. Once we were back, we warmed up by the fire in the tent and dinner was ready. Then we were invited outside, gathered around the fire and enjoyed the local plain drums. As we drive towards Todgha Gorge, we see nomads along the road. They live a simple life, taking care of animals and moving from place to place. They mostly support themselves, but sometimes earn a little from tourists who pass by. There is also a panoramic viewpoint near Tizi, right before you reach Todgha Gorge. From here, you can see the whole valley from above.
This is our flag. This one, the blue sky, and means the sea, Mediterranean Sea, and the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. And this one means the mountains. Mountains including High Atlas and the Middle Atlas and Monte Atlas. This one is the Sahara Desert. And the symbol here means the freedom. People, they don't like when they say Berber. We prefer people to treat us as Amazigh, means the free people. That's why this one is mean like freedom. With the red color means the Amazigh people are free in the whole Morocco.
Nice short stop to take photos, understand the landscape before entering the village. Then we stopped at a random place to warm up for some local harira soup, where of course at this stage we dip the bread in just like the locals. Todgha Gorge is a dramatic canyon, where the rocks walls rise to about 300 meters while the space between them can be very narrow. You can walk right through the gorge on a flat path, which makes it easy for everyone to explore. It is also one of the top rock climbing spots in Morocco.
We are in central Morocco in a small rural village called Tamaloute in the Middle Atlas Mountains, home to the Berber people, also known as Amazigh. Yusuf, a father of three, was born and raised in this village. We asked Yusuf to show us around and share what daily life is like for him and his community. Everything in the village comes from their own land. They built what they call Berber houses from the clay in the ground.
Welcome, marhaba.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the place, the accommodation, the hotel, it's here. Tamaloute.
The soil is rich in clay, so families built their houses from mud mixed with straw and stone.
The land it's free, just the people, the same villages. Not the people, the another villages you come back here. Everyone you see the same villages, the land it's free for the people, the same villages.
The land here belongs to the village community. If your family grows, so does your land. People in big cities must buy land, but here it's inherited and shared across generations. As we walk through the village, one thing hits deeply: the strength of the women. They bring hay for the animals and wood for the fire. It's part of their daily life. That load was so heavy, I could hardly lift it.
Yes, he's coming with this down to the garden.
In this area, young children up to 5 years old attend kindergarten, followed by primary school. Students study in shifts as there are not enough classrooms for everyone at the same time. So some come in the morning and others in the afternoon. For high school, students travel about 10 kilometers by bus to a nearby town. Ahmed is 5 and already loves going into the mountains to hunt pigeons and squirrels. If you hit something, that's the dinner. Simple as that.
Class 4 high school. And the primary school, you have Arabic and French. Yes, in high school, Arabic, French, and English. And Berber, it's just language of the villages. It's not in the primary school. My government, you did maybe 1 year, you meet Berber in the primary school for writing. Now it's just language of the family.
In primary school, teachers sometimes use Berber to help young children understand, but most lessons are taught in Arabic and French. English is added as a subject later, often starting in the middle school. After school, the open field quickly turns into a pitch. Soccer plays an important role in the lives of Moroccans.
Ouarzazate, also known as the Hollywood of Morocco, and home to Kasbahs and the famous Atlas studio. And that is what those big Kasbahs looks like.
The ballet, the way spicy.
We are now heading towards the highest point in the Atlas Mountains, the Tizi Pass. After another long drive, we finally arrived in Marrakech. We stayed in a riad close to the Medina, which made it easier to explore on foot for one more day. But to be honest, my second day in Marrakech felt a bit like I've been there, I've done that. So with one full day left, I decided to take a trip to Essaouira. It's about 3 hours from Marrakech on the Atlantic coast, and it's probably the most popular day trip you can take from Marrakech. Here you'll see hundreds of small fishing boats, all painted bright blue. Today it's become one of the city's most recognizable images. Right next to the boats, try the freshest sea urchins and the oysters. The Medina here is very small and you do not need a guide to navigate yourself. Sit at the restaurant, enjoy your meal, and head back at the end of the day.
Good price, yes?
So what I've learned about Morocco, one thing is clear. People here work hard, love their families, respect their king, and most never want to leave their city. Respect for older people is very important. Pensions are not available to everyone and many people do not receive them. So many continue working until the end of their lives. Life in Morocco is like an Arabic pattern, complex and beautiful. You can look at it for a long time, but you will never fully understand it.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me to grow the channel. Comment below and share your thoughts with me. Can't wait to hear them. I will see you soon in our next adventure. Bye, my friends.